Today, let's dive into a story of cosmic warfare, divine intervention, and a hero who was literally born for one single impossible purpose. We're talking about Skanda, the god of war, whose very existence was the answer to a crisis that was threatening to tear the universe apart. So, let me start with a question for you. Imagine you're part of a divine council, and the entire cosmos is being terrorized by a demon who is, for all intents and purposes, invincible. He's got a loophole in his power that's so perfect, it seems absolutely unbreakable. What do you do? Because that was the exact problem the gods were facing. And here's the real kicker. The demon, Tarakasura, had managed to secure a boon that made him invulnerable to everyone, except a son of Lord Shiva. Now, why was this such a genius move on his part? Well, because Shiva was the ultimate ascetic, totally absorbed in meditation for ages. The idea of him having a child, it was completely out of the question. Tarakasura thought he'd made himself unbeatable, and for a long time, he was absolutely right. So when a conventional solution is off the table, you need an unconventional hero. The universe needed a warrior, and it got one through a creation story that is truly one of a kind. I mean, this was not a normal birth. It was a cosmic chain reaction, a series of divine events designed specifically to solve this impossible problem. This whole thing unfolded in stages. Shiva's divine spark was so powerful, so intensely hot, that no single being could handle it. First, it was passed to Agni, the god of fire, who even for him found it unbearable. So he passed it to the ritter goddess Ganga, but even she couldn't contain its energy, so she deposited it in a forest of reeds. It's there that it finally took form as a child. And who found him? 6 celestial nymphs, the Krittikas. And that brings us to a very important number, 6. This isn't just some random detail. Pay attention to this number, because it is absolutely central to understanding who this new god really is. It's a core piece of his entire identity. You see, from that one event, the number 6 just echoes throughout his story. He was born with 6 faces, which is a symbol of his ability to see everything, to possess total awareness. He was raised by 6 foster mothers, the Krittikas, and that's how he got one of his most famous names, Kartikeya. And even today, his legacy is honored at 6 main temples in South India. It's all connected. Okay, so the child is born, the prophecy is officially a go. But he still needs to become the warrior he was destined to be. From this divine fire, a commander was forged, and he was equipped with some seriously powerful and symbolic gear. His main weapon is called the Vow. It's a divine spear. But this tells you he's more than just a god of physical warfare. The Vow isn't just for taking out demons on the battlefield. It represents the power to destroy our own inner enemies. Things like ignorance, ego, and all that negativity. It's really a weapon for spiritual victory. And of course, every great commander needs a ride. Kartikeya's is a peacock, a creature that just radiates beauty and pride. But there's a much deeper meaning here too. Peacocks are famous for eating snakes, and in this context, snakes often represent evil and deception, so his vehicle is literally a living symbol of his core mission, the complete triumph of good over evil. The hero is ready. The stage is set. The entire reason for Kartikeya's miraculous birth now comes down to this one, single, universe-altering fight. It's time to face Tarakasura. And just to understand the stakes here, you have to realize Tarakasura was so powerful that even the A-list champions of the gods couldn't beat him. Verbhadra, one of Shiva's most fearsome generals, fought him to a standstill. Even Lord Vishnu, the preserver of the entire universe, took him on in a huge battle that ended in a stalemate. This was not a job for just any god. It required the one person born for this very purpose. And so, wielding his divine spear, the Vel, the young god faced the supposedly invincible demon. And after a battle that shook the heavens, Kartikeya did what no one else could. He struck down Tarakasura, fulfilling the prophecy of his birth and bringing peace back to the cosmos. His whole existence led to this moment, and he absolutely delivered. You think that's the end of the story, right? Wrong. Winning the war was really just the beginning of his legend. Because if you just label Kartikeya as a god of war, you're missing the most profound part of who he is. His real power is in this incredible duality he has. He has this amazing dual nature. He's both the ultimate warrior and a supreme guru. Think about that. He has the strength to protect the universe from any external threat, but he also has the supreme wisdom to guide souls away from their own internal ignorance. It's a rare and incredibly powerful combination. And if you want proof of just how wise he was, get this. As a young boy, Kartikeya explained the deep, mystical meaning of the sacred sound Om to his own father, Lord Shiva. Can you imagine that? Teaching the master of the universe? This very act earned him the name Swami Nathan, which literally means the one who taught his own father. Now here's something that just might blow your mind. Think about this. In India, you have the 6 Krittika maidens who nurture this divine spark of fire. Now jump over to ancient Rome. There, you had the 6 Vestal virgins, whose sacred duty was to tend an eternal flame, which they saw as the spark of life itself. 2 totally different civilizations, the same number of sacred women, and a shared core idea of protecting a divine fire. It's an absolutely fascinating parallel. And his status as the ultimate warrior, well, that's not just a matter of legend, it's confirmed at the highest possible level. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna himself, when he's listing his most supreme forms, declares, "Among the warrior chiefs, I am Kartikeya." I mean, you can't get a higher endorsement than that. And this ancient story is not just some dusty old myth. It's a living, breathing tradition. Kartikeya, who is also widely known as Murugan, is revered by millions of people today. His 6 sacred abodes in South India are major pilgrimage sites, including the stunning seaside temple at Tirushandur, which is believed to stand on the very spot where he defeated Tarakasura. So this all leaves us with a final thought, one that perfectly captures his dual nature. What does it really mean to be a true warrior? Is it just about having the strength to win a fight? Or, as the story of Kartikeya suggests, is the greatest victory of all actually achieving the wisdom to understand the battles inside ourselves, to know not just how to fight, but when, and more importantly, why?